OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, doesn't specifically dictate the height requirements for electrical outlets within zoo cages. Its primary focus is on the broader picture of electrical safety, aiming to eliminate or at least minimize any electrical hazards that employees might face. Now, turning to the NEC, or National Electrical Code, we find more specific guidance. NEC Article 210.8 E4 mandates GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter, protection for all electrical outlets located within 6 feet of any sink or water source. This applies to locations used for human habitation, which zoos are not typically considered. However, NEC Article 406.8 B2 directly addresses the situation in question. It states that all receptacles, or outlets, installed on or within zoo cages must be equipped with GFCI protection. In simpler terms, regardless of how high you place the outlet, if it's in a zoo cage, it needs GFCI protection. Now let's delve deeper into why GFCI protection is so crucial in environments like zoo cages. A GFCI is a safety device designed to protect people from electrical shock. It constantly monitors the flow of electricity in a circuit. If it detects any leakage of current to ground, which could happen if someone were to touch a live wire or if equipment were to malfunction, it quickly cuts off the power. This happens in a fraction of a second, fast enough to prevent serious injury or even death. The presence of water significantly increases the risk of electrical shock. Water is an excellent conductor of electricity, meaning it allows electricity to flow through it easily. In a zoo setting, where water hoses are frequently used for cleaning, the chances of water coming into contact with electrical outlets or equipment are high. This creates a potentially dangerous situation for both employees and animals. GFCI protection mitigates this risk by quickly shutting off the power in the event of a ground fault, preventing electrical current from flowing through water and causing harm. Consider a scenario where an employee is using a water hose to clean a zoo cage. An electrical outlet near the cage is not GFCI protected. Due to a fault in the wiring, the metal casing of the outlet becomes energized. If the employee touches the energized outlet while standing in water, electricity could flow through their body to the ground, resulting in a severe electrical shock. However, if the outlet is GFCI protected, the GFCI would detect the leakage of current and immediately cut off the power, preventing the employee from being shocked. The NEC requirement for GFCI protection in zoo cages reflects the understanding that these environments pose a unique set of electrical hazards. The combination of water and electrical equipment creates a heightened risk of electrical shock, making GFCI protection essential for safety. Now, let's discuss some practical considerations for implementing GFCI protection in zoo cages. Firstly, it's important to choose the right type of GFCI device. There are two main types of GFCIs: receptacle-type GFCIs, which replace standard electrical outlets, and circuit breaker-type GFCIs, which are installed in the electrical panel. For zoo cages, receptacle-type GFCIs are often the most convenient option, as they can be easily installed in place of existing outlets. Secondly, it's crucial to ensure that the GFCI devices are properly installed and tested. A correct installation can render the GFCI ineffective, defeating its purpose. A qualified electrician should perform the installation and verify that the GFCI is functioning correctly by using a GFCI tester. Thirdly, regular testing of GFCI devices is essential. GFCIs should be tested monthly to ensure that they are still working properly. This can be done by pressing the test button on the GFCI device. If the GFCI trips, it is functioning correctly. If it doesn't trip, it may need to be replaced. Fourthly, consider the location of the GFCI devices. They should be installed in locations where they are easily accessible for testing and resetting. They should also be protected from physical damage and exposure to moisture. Fifthly, be aware of local codes and regulations. In addition to the NEC requirements, local jurisdictions may have their own specific electrical codes that apply to zoo cages. It's important to consult with a qualified electrician or local building official to ensure compliance with all applicable codes. Finally, Remember that GFCI protection is just one aspect of electrical safety. It's also important to follow other safety precautions such as using properly grounded equipment, avoiding the use of extension cords, and keeping electrical equipment away from water. In conclusion, both OSHA and NEC emphasize the importance of electrical safety in zoo cages, particularly in areas where water is present. While OSHA provides general guidelines, the NEC specifically mandates GFCI protection for outlets in zoo cages, regardless of their height. This requirement is based on the understanding that the combination of water and electrical equipment creates a heightened risk of electrical shock. By implementing GFCI protection and following other safety precautions, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical hazards in zoo cages and protect the safety of employees and animals. It's always advisable to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. Ignoring these safety measures can lead to serious consequences, including electrical shock, injury, or even death. Therefore, it's crucial to prioritize electrical safety in zoo cages and take the necessary steps to protect everyone involved. To summarize the key points: 1. OSHA focuses on minimizing electrical hazards generally. 2. NEC Article 210.8. B4 requires GFCI protection near water sources in habitable locations. 3. NEC Article 406.8. B2 specifically mandates GFCI protection for outlets in zoo cages. 4. GFCI devices protect against electrical shock by quickly cutting off power in the event of a ground fault. 5. Regular testing and maintenance of GFCI devices are essential to ensure their proper functioning. 6. Local codes may have additional requirements, so consult a qualified electrician. And 7. Always follow other electrical safety precautions in addition to GFCI protection. By adhering to these guidelines, you can create a safer environment in zoo cages and protect the well-being of both employees and animals.